Hello world, since I have decided to enter a staring competition, maybe try to scare certain people to death and to stare other people to death. I can tell you that my boss, the junior Robert, who has got his siesta right now, has asked me to tell you a little bit about myself. For you to keep your hands off certain things. Psychiatrists, they're in the normal kind of this attitude, especially of my kids, yeah, and those freaks over there called Catholic Church who tend to, yeah, whatever. Yeah. I grew up in Denmark, lost all of my childhood memory, and somehow ended up in Austria, and blah 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 blah. But in my life, I have had the confusion of sometimes thinking sex was love and love was sex and whatever. And when I spoke to one freak of them, and none of them have ever come to analyze any of that, but I can tell you that as a child, I have apparently said to my mom that I love her so much it sometimes hurts inside as a little girl. And having my favorite fairy tale, the original of Hans Christian Andersen, called The Little Mermaid, about a little mermaid who had to sell her voice to somehow get the prince, psychiatrists and the like have never been able to correctly connect those dots, or maybe they have, and that was therefore the reason why I had to be fed meds to forget everything again, yeah. So, kitties, sex is not love. And if you want have a nice kind of relationship to that, you might decide to wait for someone whom you feel comfortable with, whom you really love, and who loves you, and even speak to their parents, yeah. And that should actually be the responsibility of loving and caring parents in the first place, that they speak to their children, not let anyone blah 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 blah. Yeah? First time I ended up in such a thing anyway, it was also a question of whether or not it was a rape. But all of these people in such institutions and whatever kind of freaks I've spoken to all of my life have never recommended me getting legal advice on this, yeah, maybe even contacting the police. Yeah, and concerning meds, there are many things that are tested on people unethically in this world. When I was up in northern Germany being disappeared, they even tried one of them on me. Yeah, so please. Hands off my children, idiots!